Who's controlling us? Who's 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 pulling the strings, as they say? Huh? Who do you think? You know, it's your life, but you have to follow the rules. You have to follow the rules that they set forth. They 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 tell you what you can do and what you can't do. In this, because you need rules, because otherwise people just it would be chaos here. That's why society is the way it is. There's nice cities, A plus neighborhoods, less crime and less drama. A lot of people don't want to live in large cities, but everything's a little different now. It's not like it was before. Maybe there was a lot of wars before. Now we just have that one in the Gulf. I think they're settling it at this time of speaking. I really haven't been following it. I don't. I used to follow it. I was just curious, but it's the same old thing. Same old thing. They can't have peace. Can't these people all get along? I don't understand what's wrong. You got tyrants in maybe two countries, and then they got another one, and we're you got them all over the place. And hey, we're trying to survive. They all should get along. They're grown adults, right? They all should work together. Everybody wants to be a superpower. Everybody wants to have all these weapons. For what purpose? Then you won't have nothing left. What they should do is work together and stop all this stuff. Now you can't really travel anything. There's a lot of restrictions, and then when the virus came, oh, that was even a nightmare there too. So, and well, and we technically had to help all the other countries because they didn't have the money. Yeah, you know, we have the vaccine or something for the vaccine, but yeah, but now all that's over, hopefully, and now we live out our lives. But you know, we are in that right now. Here we have AI, we have data centers. The AI needs a data center, and the bigger the company, the more data centers they need, and their AI. I just found something out. You know why a lot of people are losing their jobs. Why have a marketing department? Why have uh, maybe internet department? They work with the internet. You don't need all that. AI can do it. They have companies are going to AI tools, automation. You so you tell the AI what you want, and it will do it and how you want it done. You might have a flow chart, and you said this has to be done, this has to be done. That department, we need reports, and we need to know what's going on. Because before, they would have meetings, and you would say, "Hey, I'm Johnny from marketing," and they'll say, "Johnny, what you've been doing?" And Johnny would tell them what he's been. Then Margaret, what you doing? We do the internet. And then say, what are you doing there? And then she'll tell them what they've been doing, and then what to forecast, and the insight and all this else and the margins, all this different departments. But they don't need all that now. The AI can do it, but the AI is not 100%. They make a lot of mistakes, So it's not perfect. It's and it has to go by um, what they program. They're constantly updating it, just like you had your Windows or your Mac OS or well, a lot of it's only right now everybody's pretty much on Windows or Mac. Mac is for people who don't want to get their hands greasy. Okay, well, no dirty, I should say. You don't work on your cars. You rather get the Mac because the Mac is you turn it on, it comes on. If it doesn't work, then you gotta have to contact Apple Care. I used to be Apple Care. I trained for Apple Care. I was behind that phone call when you call. My first call was somebody talking about iMusic. She says she couldn't get it to work. I had no clue what she's talking about because I am Android. I am Windows. But eventually I was the only one in the class that didn't have no iPhone or anything. But you learn. I have a Mac desktop now, and we have Windows stuff, and we have Linux, we have Chromebook too. But I want to because that's my profession is all that stuff. So I get in all that stuff. So again, we live in a society that's controlled. We can only get certain things, certain things they're controlling the routers now. Well, I understand what they're doing. They don't want because they're trying to cut any loose ends, any security issues, because a lot of the stuff is made in China, and China is a different kind of country than here, and they like to spy, and they believe they're spying through the routers. Yeah, so your private information, because anything you get today, you have to download the app from the App Store, whether it's from Apple Store or Google. You have to down or Microsoft Store. You have to download the app and to control the device, like this thing here. Same thing with this. Uh, you have to sign in. Well, they have to get updates. You can't just sneak. They want to know who's using what. But this is how it is. So again, we're kind of controlled by that. So the government said, nope, no more routers. Any routers that are in the store, that's okay. But anything coming in new, because they have to approve it. So we're up to Wi-Fi 7. A lot of you have a new phone, you got it maybe in 2024, you had Wi-Fi 7 built in. You have all the Wi-Fi's up to Wi-Fi 7. Anything now would be the next generation. Wi-Fi 8's coming, supposed to fix what Wi-Fi 7 can't do. Yeah, we'll see. They've been saying that for a long time. So the AI. A lot of you don't like the AI. You think it's controlling. It's all over the place. Well, guess what? It's not going to go, because technology is here to stay. And that's the technology. And that's going to be able to go from right now it's in a box. It's going to go from the box and go into a droid or go into something like a robotic, when they get it right, because we're still primitive. It's not like you see on TV where the droid, the robotic, looks like a human. You got the same eyes and the same thing. The only thing you knew, they had to get charged. Right. But we don't have the technology. They're working on it. It should be able to work on its own. You're afraid that it's going to be like a movie, robotic, and it'll take control. But the author wrote that. If he wrote it like it's supposed to fall in love, then and a lot of you would say, oh, well, that's nothing. Well, that's it. But the AI is smart. The AI, I talk to the AI every day. Conversation or see what's going on, because it can help in a lot of ways where you would have to search and research all that on the internet. It can pull it up like that. And it's amazing what it can do. I found a friend I had lost when I was younger, elementary school. Found him. But I don't know. It's big shot now. It's hard to get a hold of him, Jeez, it's not like when he was a kid. But AI found him. Yeah. You use the AI now. If you're looking for family, they can find the family. Give them the information. They can pull up records and everything, because they have the access to all mankind information. Those data centers. Think of the data center is a large building with servers and computer equipment, and because the technology is not miniaturized yet. It's gigantic. So this is how it has to work. We don't, because you see your laptop, it's come a long way, the laptop and desktop computer. They have smaller ones. They even have a cube, but it can overheat, cause problems. These data centers have to be kept cold. Okay? They should build it on the ground where it's cooler, or build them out in the Antarctic, or up in the North Pole or something. It's really cold up there. They wouldn't have to spend so much money. But they're not going to do that. They're going to build it in people's neighborhoods, which is bad. They should. I don't know what the sense in that is. But that's what they're doing, buying up people's properties, and a lot of you are upset about that. So another thing that I ran into, I was trying to get a vehicle because I had an accident last year. So last July. So I wanted to get an EV. I was going to plug in a hybrid, but it's expensive. I wanted something that's made in a place where it is less problematic. But it looks like they're all problematic. Why? What happened to the quality on these devices? These cars. Every minute there's something wrong. You thought Hondas and Toyotas were safe. Hyundai has problems. GM, Ford, Dodges. I didn't know Chrysler Dodge is gone. Is Santos runs it or something like that? I didn't know. Now I know. Oh, wow. But who can keep up with all these changes? They got the war. Can spend more money. You say, gee, where's all that money coming from? Well, they had money in Fort Knox, all that gold. There's money. There's always money. They can make more money. And they back it up. Make more money. Back it up. The system is weird. I'd say I should get rid of the whole money system. And you said, then how are we going to survive? Well, everybody would be equal. You wouldn't have like you have now. You have homeless in the street. It's a mess. I couldn't even think about the others. And a lot of cities are abandoned, and people took off, and it's like a ghost town. And nobody talks about those things because, well, don't say nothing. Well, somebody got to say something. So the society you live in now, it's more controlled. They're watching. There's cameras at the lights, so nobody can jump the light anymore. They got another camera too. It's like you got a still and a video, and you got a 360 camera. You see those? It's a black ball. That camera's spinning around, all angles. It helped me because it told them who caused the accident last year. Hit and run. What does that mean? It means they hit me and it ran off. But I had witnesses. So that's about it. So all that, it did help, because the first police report was different from the second police report. So, yeah. So now I know what happened exactly. Now we know more. So, I was supposed to do something else. Okay, effing do it. Yeah. Well, the person hit me if I want to see who it was. I haven't met the person. I don't know nothing about that stuff. But they sent me something. I forgot to do it. I should do it. It's optional if I want to do. But might as well do it. Okay. Well, anyway, like I was saying, um, the jobs market is really bad. I get calls. I'm also I'm a pro tech, so I go out. Well, I have no car, so I really can't go no place, but they still contact me. Pro tech. So basically, you bid on whatever you want and you go do it. Like you can this besides tech, they contact me to go to the theater and put up a poster for I guess a current movie coming out. I'm surprised anybody's going to the theater. But anyway, they used to pay $60 to put up. So when you remember when you used to go to the movies, you go in the theater, there would be these life size cardboard posters. Well, you thought the people that worked there put that together. The studios have a third party, and that third party goes out there and put it together, and supposed to make $60. It's not a lot of money. You should make more. But yeah, they brought it down to 45, and then they said if you don't do it properly, it goes down to 20. But you gotta drive far, 58 miles each way. That's a was that 116? That's a lot of miles. Just put up some cardboard poster, and you could do a lot of them. That's not enough. Uh, I, it has to be a certain amount. I would not go do it, but today I don't do it. Or you buy a printer from a department store, but you want somebody to install it. Yep. The bus will go out like that. Yeah. Or a printer is down in a warehouse, big pharmaceutical company. And there's a lot of them all over the place. There's one near me I didn't know. It was like 15-minute away. I said, "Hey, I can do it." I drove down there. Right away, you get 55 right there when you walk in. It's 55 an hour. It's a third party company support. I I used to repair printers like HP and the rest of those. Well, HP mostly. Um, they need a new printer. They're a $3 billion company. What in the heck they're using? They got some crappy printer there. I was shocked. So I said, what can we do? Get a new printer. I can tell you which one. I did that for a company and they offered me a permanent job, but unfortunately I couldn't take it. I had to turn them down. I had two directors said, "Hey, you helped us. We'll help you." Okay. I try to be honest because their printer was catching on fire. Laser printer was catching. I can't mention which brand. It was catching on fire all the time. It can handle the work of all these people. And the department is huge. If everybody printing documents, like it was one of those HMO health um, hospital things. A lot of data coming in. It couldn't handle it. So I told the director, hey, you need, I'll do some research and I'll tell you. And you need the 9,000 at the time. So they delivered. It cost a lot of money, but they didn't care. They just wanted that work. It worked. They were happy. They offered me a permanent job. That's not nice. So you leave the contract and you go work for them, but not in the same state. It was someplace else, Washington D.C. No, they would have paid for everything, house and all. Good, lucky, huh? I was honest. I tried to help them. I didn't like. I don't like to see them. So same thing happened here. But the company said, "Hey, no, that printer we make money on it, so we want you to try to fix it." It's a waste of time fixing that. That's crazy. So guess what? That's what it's still there. They should just buy a new one. It's crazy. I feel sorry for them, but nobody listen. That's just after that. That's when the pandemics kicked in. Yeah. So you see how things are done. Things are done in a way it's controlling, and everybody has to fall in. You can't help anybody. I used to do in here. I used to, late at night. I would do I technical support for a fiber company. Can't mention which one, but I did it. I tried to get to customer service. I found something in customer service. Tried to help these people. I used to dispatch everything. You would love me because if your equipment was bad or it needed to be replaced, I'll just drop ship it to you. Yeah, no charge. Yeah, or fix your voice over IP phone. I figured out how to do it. I did it. The next day, it grayed out. Not allowed to touch it. Not allowed to do it. Because when I do it, it's cheaper for you. When they do it, they send the tech out to come out to you. Yeah, well, isn't that a shame? Yeah, but you can't. So everything's controlled. It's under control, and the society is bad. Everything's changed. Today, for you, what's your entertainment? Your TV, right? Your TV's smart. Your TV's a computer. It's controlled. It's connected to a service. You can't. You can hook it up to your antenna system and watch it that way. You don't have to hook up cable TV. You don't have to hook up um, wireless stuff to it or have anything else. It can run as a regular TV. But if you run it the way they want you to run it, then you have streaming services, and you know who they all are. And they try to give you a discount. And if you go with the big one is for shopping, they can give you a discount. Yeah, um, I was getting a service. I wanted to watch a series called From. From is where people are they end up in this town and they can't get out. It's up to number 4. It's 4 seasons so far. It's pretty much growing. I don't know how to keep it going without losing interest, but it's very interesting. It's not for everybody. It's like a cult series. Okay, so there's gonna be some horror in it. Really, really scary horror. They wouldn't. I don't think it can go on regular TV like that. So it's scary. It's something that you can't really watch, but a lot of people are into it. We don't have much stuff to watch anyway. But again, the only way to watch it, you have to go through the system to do it. You can't just watch it. Yeah, but everything is like different now. You know, but you have a lot of people say, well, the computers and all this stuff. Yeah, but without the computer, you wouldn't see this. You have YouTube. YouTube, you can watch movies. If you get YouTube Premium, you can go. You don't have you watch the channels still. Those who have 1,000 or more subscribers and stuff like that. They have ads. With the premium, you don't see ads, but they still get something. Some channels say, well, I don't have any ads, but if a person has premium, you still get you still get money for ads. It's weird, but that's the way it is. So YouTube is here, and you have shorts. If you want to watch shorts, you got live stream, you got live stream, you got podcast. This channel has podcasts, by the way, so you can watch all these here. But here, I'm giving you straight advice, um, and and I'm unveiling the truth for the common good. That's it. That's what I'm doing. That's the channel motto basically. But that's what I'm doing. I'm giving the truth. You know, I'm breaking it down, clearing it up for you. Getting a car online or buying a car, you go as an internet buyer. Don't walk in off the street because you'd be like a chump. And I'm saying you're a chump, but they'll they'll attack you. They attack you by keeping you there all day and making you upset. And you think you're getting a deal. Online, I was shocked. That Chevy Bolt EV is supposed to be 25,000 something. They had it at 30. They then took off 5,000, and then it comes to 25. They're not saving no money. I said to them, "What? You're doing the same thing as the other dealership in the other county is doing," and they're telling me, "Oh, well, we can send you more. We can send you the price, but we need your email. We need your phone number." I want incognito mode on the Google browser because I want to see if they can see me, because they get your information and they can send you stuff and I called one up. Shouldn't call them up. Oh, said my name. I had my phone number because they had the system. They see everything. Now you can't hide. I don't know why they're doing it. I felt like I'm under control. It's terrible. Why would they have such things in place? I'll be calling a police office. I'll be calling a police office. I'll be calling the government. You know, everything's recorded. But you're just asking about a vehicle. They don't have to have my. I said, you don't call me. You don't SMS me. Don't email me. But they did all that, and I don't want that. They're playing games. Actually, internet sales. That's what it's all of it. Nobody else. Oh, the person, I'm internet sales. It says, then when I see his email, it says he's a salesperson. He changed VIP services. No, he's not. They're playing games. When they play games like that, go someplace else. It's hard now because you don't know where to go, who to trust, unless you know somebody that is like a family member that run their own dealership. It's crazy. They got greedy. I know those cars on the lot, a lot of those dealers, they own it or they pay rent and send it back to the whichever company it is. The Bolt is supposed to be 25 something, and whatever it is you want in there. Then it can drive itself. But hey, that's 3 years. You get 3 years with GM or Chevy, what you want to call them. Then after that, they charge. It's a lot of money. It is not cheap. You have to pay that all the time. That service is, I think, it's 3,000 more to add on to the car, or 1,500. It's like some weird thing. Then for 500 and something, almost 600, you get, I think you get 3 years of that come to your house that you got the vehicle. You don't have to go to a service center, which is not bad though. And then it has such a service. That's good because I don't know who wants to go to the dealer, sit in the waiting room. A lot of them have it, make it like a nice house. Honda had, you can get into, you want to eat breakfast, coffee, drinks, snacks. Nissan does it too. They all do it. They charge you so much money. Whew. Girlfriend one day just got the transmission fluid changed, and I think tires rotated. Shoot, it costs like $500. Wow, that's crazy. How the hell? What happened? Unheard of. I have one contact me for my vehicle I don't have no more. He said, "Hey, come on in we have new vehicles. We want you to see. We'll put fully synthetic and no charge." Wow, what kind of dealership is that? Yeah. So we live in a controlled society, and it's really bad. But everything is the computer. Everything is computer controls everything. Everything you see here, computer control. Everything's computerized. Everything is computerized. No, this is not AI. I am a real person. I'm real. I'm real. Okay. But but this is how it is. So you have to decide what you want. Use AI because encyclopedias are gone. There's no more encyclopedias. You might have them in the attic. The only problem with encyclopedias, they're not updated anymore. So everything's online. You can search or use an AI. Say AI, and you tell AI what you want, and it'll find it. Remember, double check what it told you. Okay? They can do a lot more than you really can think. Like I said, they can find you somebody you know from the past as long as you have the information. Meta AI can look at pictures. You can send pictures to Meta, and then she can see what it said. I don't know how she's doing it, but that's what she said. They're Gemini is supposed to do it too. Gemini, I say, hey, I need something like a sign, and this is the sign, and it can produce a sign. The others, they might charge you, but but remember, they're a work in progress, so be careful. I'm not saying they're not going to work, but like that. And a lot of them they're using the AI to take over automation. Automation is when you tell the AI, this is what you want, you need to take care of this department, and they get rid of people when they find out that the AI can do it faster. They remember the AI don't have to take breaks. It doesn't have to call in sick and never be late. It's always there. Okay. Nobody really did automation. The whole business could be run like that. That's what they want. That's why all these data centers are popping up. All right. Hey, well, that's about it. If you don't mind, hit that subscribe. It would help. Okay. All right. If you made it this far. All right. That's it.